Team 7 coverage begins live in Livonia with Action News reporter Val Clark. Val?
Carolyn and Robbie, with so many exciting, colorful races and so many important issues, there were high hopes the voters would respond. Well, we checked out turnout in 3 counties, and unfortunately, it was the same in all 3. Turnout was low, low, and low. Voters here in Livonia were expected to make a better showing, but thus far, only about 14% of them have made their way to the polls. Michigan's economy is the top reason some are voting.
Jobs, definitely. Jobs. Jobs is very important for our city, our state. And I have sons and families that have lost jobs. And
sure and steady is how poll workers in Royal Oak describe the turnout here. Millages on the smart bus system and county parks are among the issues motivating these voters.
Well, I think the governor race is huge, and there's a lot of different candidates to vote for, and it's going to be interesting to see which one ends up at the top at the end of the day.
In Warren, the new office for Macomb County Executive is key. And of course, there's the old problem of unemployment.
I am hoping to get the next governor into office that will continue with what Jennifer Granholm has done with the No Worker Left Behind program, assisting us laid-off engineers to better ourselves in continuing education.
And the city clerk here in Livonia says she expects the numbers to improve once they've had a chance to count the absentee ballots. Of course, though, still got 3 more hours until the polls close for good. Reporting live from Livonia, I'm Val Clark, Channel 7 Action News.
Okay, thanks, Val. So you still have time to cast your ballot. The polls are open until 8 o'clock tonight. You will need to bring your Michigan driver's license or an identification card. And you can look up your polling location on WXYZ.com right now, right under the voter's guide. You can also read up on the candidates and check out a sample ballot. We will be streaming live on our website starting at 7:30 to bring you minute-by-minute results online and on air.
Well, 7 candidates had their eyes on the governor's office. Last week, a Channel 7 exclusive poll revealed Lansing Mayor Virg Bernero leading House Speaker Andy Dillon in the Democratic primary. But today, it is anyone's game. Action News reporter Anu Prakash joins us live from downtown Detroit with more on Andy Dillon's race. Anu?
Carolyn, Andy Dillon supporters are hoping for a huge victory celebration here at the Book Cadillac tonight. And as you would imagine, it has been a long few days for the candidate. Take a look at some video this morning around 8:30. He voted in Redford, which is his hometown. He cast his ballot at St. Valentine, which is where he attended grade school. Now, according to his campaign, Dillon spent the day reaching out to more voters, doing TV and lots of radio interviews. His camp knows it's a tight race, but they believe a 1-2 punch will allow them to prevail, first being on TV with campaign ads and receiving endorsements of major newspapers. Here's what Dillon told us about his plan on his first day should he win the top job.
As governor-elect, I'll sit down with the legislative leaders and say, look, what are the 2 or 3 things that we can agree upon? Let's get them done right away to signal to the public that we can work together in a bipartisan way and put people first and before politics.
Back here live at the Book Cadillac, you can see crews are still busy setting up here. They've got the banner up, the podium in place, a huge screen TV here set. Supporters are expected to arrive soon. We're told that Andy Dillon is with his family, and they will be arriving here between 7 and 8 o'clock tonight. Reporting live at the Book Cadillac, Anu Prakash, Channel 7 Action News.
We're hoping for a big turnout there. Thank you, Anu. Well, let's turn now to Dave Llewellyn. He's live with the Virg Bernero camp in downtown Detroit. Dave?
And, Robbie, it's a 2-man race, as we know, in the Democratic primary for governor, and Lansing Mayor Virg Bernero is on the rise in the polls. Now, he voted this morning in his hometown, but he's here now at the Athenaeum Hotel, and it's here where he's hoping to have a big primary victory party later tonight. He's the choice of labor and the unions, and he's supported by their money, but he insists this campaign is all about the people.
It really wasn't the third party. It's the first party. It's the people out there that are making a difference, that are grabbing the bull by the horns. They want a government that works for them. They want a government and a governor that's on their side, and I will be that. You know, the pundits and the pollsters and the prognosticators all counted us out when we started this thing. Nobody believed it, but that's okay. I made a career out of being underestimated, and we are going to grow this state. Not one of the Republican candidates scares me. I've looked at their plans, and it's basically all the same.
Bernero feeling very confident this morning when he voted, and he's confident that he'll have a victory celebration here at the Athenaeum Hotel. You can see the stage being set up now, the balloons as well, the signage. They're hoping for a big party here later tonight. We're live downtown. Dave Llewellyn, Channel 7 Action News.
All right, Dave, we'll have to wait and see. Well, the race may be even tighter on the Republican side, where our exclusive poll shows the race is a statistical dead heat. Take a look. We asked 400 voters who they would back in the primary. The self-proclaimed nerd, Rick Snyder, was leading with 26%, followed by Mike Cox at 24% and Pete Hoekstra with 23%. For more on the race, we head out to Ypsilanti, where Action News reporter Bill Proctor is monitoring the Snyder campaign. Bill?
51-year-old Rick Snyder is very proud to say that politics is not a part of his resume, but it's a very long business resume. In fact, yes, he taught accounting. Yes, he is a lawyer. Yes, he's been a CEO, and for about 6 years was president of Gateway, and that, in fact, is his claim to fame. Now, before he cast his vote in Washtenaw County, where he lives this morning, he was trying to convince supporters over the last weeks and months that Michigan needs him, the nerd who did well in business, to set this state on the right path. He thinks the message helped his position in the polls.
It was one of those things that really captured people's attention because it's about being thoughtful, hardworking, and solving problems. We have enough fighting going on in the state. It's time to get some real long-term solutions in place, become a great state again.
And as you might expect from any CEO, he is here overseeing what they're setting up here in the room, making sure that it is to his liking, doing a couple of interviews, of course, but you don't necessarily turn a microphone loose to politicians if you've only got about 45 seconds to tell a story. So we are here with Rick Snyder, live in Ypsilanti. Bill Proctor, Channel 7 Action News.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bill. And let's turn now to Action News reporter Michael Rosenfield. He's live with the Mike Cox camp in Livonia. Mike?
Hey, Robbie, we just caught up with the Attorney General late this afternoon over at his campaign headquarters. He was manning the phone banks and making phone calls to try to reach out to as many voters as possible. Mike Cox told me he was at several precincts today and was also stumping for votes outside the Tigers game at Comerica Park. The AG has picked up some big endorsements along the campaign trail, including the Michigan Chamber of Commerce and Michigan Right to Life. He says he's not scared of hot-button issues like fighting illegal immigration and national health care led by the president.
People know that I'm a battler. The people of Michigan like someone who's a scrapper. From the time I've been a Marine to a homicide prosecutor in Detroit to being AG, I'm willing to stand up and fight the tough fights. The bottom line is, Michael, I'm willing to walk the plank and lead Michigan, and I think that's what voters respond to.
Tonight, the Cox campaign will gather right here at the Laurel Manor Banquet Hall, and we'll be here as well. We're live in Livonia. Michael Rosenfield, Channel 7 Action News.
All right, Michael, we'll be checking back with you. It's been a busy day for Representative Pete Hoekstra. He was up early today to cast his vote in West Michigan. For more on his campaign, we're going to turn to Action News reporter Mary Conway. She joins us live from Hudsonville. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Carolyn. In fact, he was up very early out greeting voters outside of Plant Gate before he even went to vote at 7 o'clock this morning, and he's been crisscrossing the state. He went to vote, then he went on to Charlotte. He's been to Portage. We caught up with him in Marshall, where he talked about what he would do to put Michigan back to work.
We're going to get government out of the way, streamline bureaucracy, reduce spending, and reduce our tax burden. We get government out of the way. We'll create an environment where the people of Michigan, small businesses like the business behind me here, they will then start hiring people. They will put Michigan back to work. Government will not.
He's going to keep out on the campaign trail. He's planning on making calls from his headquarters this evening. He's due here at the Pinnacle Center at about 8:30 here in Hudsonville, just outside Grand Rapids. We'll be here as well. Reporting live, I'm Mary Conway, Channel 7 Action News.
Okay, thanks, Mary. And Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard voted today in Birmingham. He's running for governor on the Republican ballot. We met Bouchard and his family at the polling place, and we asked him to share his message on the campaign.
Basically, what I've been saying from the beginning, that I'm willing to make the tough choices. I'm willing to be a one-term governor because for me it's about the next generation, not this election or even the next election. We have to change the direction of the state so my kids and all the other kids and families have an opportunity in this state.
And after the interview, Bouchard and his family headed toward their campaign RV for a final road trip to reach out to voters. And State Senator Tom George of Kalamazoo is another Republican running for governor. He spent much of the campaign running in 5th place. George has served for close to 10 years in the state legislature. He's currently chairman of the Senate Health Policy Committee and a member of the Appropriations Committee.